we've all been waiting for. Here we go. A chance, Ronaldo. We're on the verge of something that's going to make headlines for years to come.
Well, the whole stadium stands as one.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. He's up for the header. Power, sheer class. Astonishing.
Increíble.
Unbelievable strike.
Hello everyone, that's FIFA 18 looking stunning on Frostbite, and we can't wait for you to get hands-on with it this week. So, welcome to Gamescom 2017, and welcome to Electronic Arts. This is our home here in Cologne for the next 5 days. 10,000 square meters and nearly 400 game stations ready for hands-on. To start it off tonight, we're going to go deep into the gameplay. The next hour should be fun, actually a lot of fun. At EA, I am fortunate to lead all of our development teams. That means 6,000 game makers stretching across all platforms and all kinds of games. These are the teams like EA Vancouver, who bring you FIFA and NHL. The NFL experts in Tiburon, who are launching Madden NFL 18 on Frostbite for the first time this week. Or our shooter and action teams at DICE and Motive. The speed experts at Criterion and Ghost. Or our mobile studios like Firemonkeys, Capital, and PopCap. We have Maxis bringing some exciting news for The Sims 4 later on, the storytellers at BioWare, and of course, more. With every game, this creative collective is pushing the boundaries for all of you, our players. And frankly, you deserve nothing less. That's why we started off today with a look at FIFA 18 and our brand new animation system. It's why we put risk versus reward gameplay at the heart of Need for Speed Payback. And of course, Revolution is coming to Battlefield 1 from the DICE studio. We actually got 15 minutes of Battlefield in our show here today. We're advancing the state of art in games today. Massive new experiences. Sports like you've never seen it before. New IP, beautifully crafted. And frankly, beautiful stories through our originals program. And experience is optimized for competition to give you a chance to be the next FIFA or Madden or Battlefield star. This is why I love my job, and this is why we come to Gamescom. Because it's always about one simple thing: playing the best games. Let's get things started, and why not start with something epic? Star Wars Space Battles. We heard the feedback from our players asking for space battles in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, it's time to see for yourself. Join your squadron, weave in between asteroids, fly through Imperial dockyards, and take down massive capital ships. It's only a part of Star Wars Battlefront 2, but I'm telling you, these battles are so intense, they're almost like their own game. Built by the vehicle masters at Criterion in partnership with DICE and Motive, let's take a look at Starfighter Assault in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Have a great show.
Always, let's give them everything we've got! Right behind you, Poe. Form up on Red 5. Hang on back there, R2.
Show no mercy to these rebels.
Keep at it. Structural failure imminent. Finish them off. got it.
You cannot kill Sith.
Fear you, I do not.
Wow, isn't that trailer absolutely amazing? We got to see the Millennium Falcon, TIE Fighters, Darth Maul, even Yoda. This is what we've been waiting for. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Havelock, also known as Darkness429.
And I'm Rob Weil, producer from Criterion. Tim, your reaction is exactly what we were going for when building the new Starfighter Assault.
So, Rob, we're here in Cologne for Gamescom 2017. What have you guys brought to show us?
Well, we've got 4 things. The first gameplay reveal of Starfighter Assault above the original trilogy, Planet of Fondor. All new class-based ship combat, hero ship vehicles from all 3 eras of Star Wars, and objective-based gameplay.
All right, let me make sure I got this right. Class-based ships, hero vehicles, and objective-based gameplay. I can't wait to see it all here in the gameplay reveal of Starfighter Assault. This is going to be a 24-player match featuring some of the top Star Wars Battlefront game changers, like Jack Frags, Star Wars HQ, Battlefront updates, and even myself. We actually got to go down to Criterion Studios and get to record this.
Yeah, it was really great having everyone there for an early look at the game.
Yeah, and now we actually get to share it with the world. So let's get right into it.
There's a Star Destroyer battlefield pairs of the ship. Take out those defenses while our bombers don't stand a chance. Imperial cruisers are defending the docks. We need them taken out.
All right, Rob, so we're here, Phase 1 of Starfighter Assault. What is the objective?
Well, you can see the rebels need to take down the Imperial defenses. That's the turrets and the Imperial light cruisers need to be destroyed.
And in the Empire, all they have to do is just make sure that they take out the rebel scum.
That's right, just defend.
Just like that right there.
Wow.
Boom, an A-Wing getting blown out of the sky by Narwhal Dave. So this is a new ship that we've never seen before in Star Wars Battlefront, the TIE Bomber. What is this class and what does it do?
Yeah, it's our new bomber class. It's heavily armored and armed to the teeth. Really great for taking down objectives.
You can see here, like you were saying, it is a tank. It does a lot of damage. One of my favorite abilities that it has is the multi-rockets, that it's able to shoot multiple rockets at multiple targets.
Yeah, if you use those 2 abilities at once, you can have 5 missiles in the air.
5 missiles. Look at it just tearing through these X-Wings, these A-Wings. It's just getting the job done. Now here's another ship that we've seen before in Battlefront, but it's been reworked. It's a little different. This is the A-Wing, and it falls within the Interceptor class. How does it work, Rob?
Well, it is the Interceptor class. It's fast and agile.
It wasn't agile enough, though, unfortunately, getting taken out.
It's a bit of a glass cannon.
It is most definitely a glass cannon. Now we have the Y-Wing, which is the bomber class, but for the rebels. How is it a little different from the TIE bomber that's right on its tail? I don't even think he knows he's there.
He's attacking for the rebels. It's a Y-Wing. He's doing a bombing run, but no more.
Now, Rob, we've seen a lot of ships flying around. The X-Wing and the TIE Fighter, definitely iconic ships in the Star Wars universe. Where do those fall into all of this?
So they're a balanced class. They're quite good at dogfighting. Also, they can take on objectives. So they're kind of flexible.
Flexible, but not flexible enough. Tommy T taking out these X-Wings. He's going ham right now, again, in that TIE bomber. He's going to work. There is Narwhal Dave. No, he wasn't the Y-Wing, and he just got rammed by a TIE bomber. Sorry, Dave.
That's not cool.
Not at all. Now, the Rebels are definitely doing a lot of work right now. They are melting through those Imperial light cruisers. Those, as you can see, X-Wing, like you said before, it's there to take out those objectives, and the X-Wing is just melting through it. 15% left on this first phase. It looks like this Imperial light cruiser is definitely going to go down. Boom! Here it goes. See you later, dude. He's gone. He's out of here. Now, Y-Wing, you said, was there to take care of the objectives. He's doing this bombing run. He's definitely just tearing this Imperial light cruiser apart. And there it goes, the second one down. That's two.
Yeah, they did their jobs
moving
there.
on to the second phase. Rob, how does the second phase work in Starfighter Assault over Fondor?
The Rebels need to get into this tunnel and blow up all 4 shield projectors that are still protecting the dock.
Okay, so, ooh, Ouch. You still have to watch out for those cinder turrets, though.
Yeah, they're still there.
All right, Rob, so we've been talking about all these ships. We haven't really mentioned the hero ships, and here's our first sight at Darth Maul's Scimitar. What is so unique about this Sith Lord ship?
Well, there's a reason you haven't seen him very much.
Because he's invisible.
He's a stealth ship.
I see, okay. And now here's another hero ship, Poe Dameron's Black 1 X-Wing. Rob, what's so special about this X-Wing? What makes it so different?
Well, it's black.
I got that part. What's different about it?
Well, Poe's a natural leader, so he's got an area of effect that can help his friends out around him.
Now, we also saw another hero ship. Hopefully, we'll be able to jump back into that. That is the Millennium Falcon, piloted by Han Solo and Chewbacca. Now, here is another iconic ship in the Star Wars universe, Boba Fett's Slave One. Rob, what do we have to watch out for with this bounty hunter ship?
Pretty much everything. Slave One, he's got concussion missiles, he's got ion cannons, and a seismic charge.
Seismic charge. What's so dangerous about a seismic charge, Rob?
Well, in this closed environment, it's going to get a lot of kills.
So it does a big old area effect burst. Hopefully we'll... That's it.
That's
the
the
big
noise.
old boom. That was it. So he's definitely doing his job. He's using that mine to his objective, just trying to blow everybody apart that's trying to attack those shield generators. Now here we see Jack Frags piloting Darth Maul's Scimitar. He is just tearing everyone apart. You see he was taking some damage. He cloaked. He's using his targeting computer, and he also has those torpedoes to his advantage.
Mm-hmm. He's doing great work.
He's doing really, really well right now, just tearing everything apart. He's just going through, destroying those rebel scum. But you have to watch out for Star Wars Battlefront updates. He's in the Y-Wing, taking him out, and he does! Takes out Darth Maul's Scimitar and also goes after that Imperial bomber as well. Now, there's not much left on the shield projector, but we do see Han Solo's Millennium Falcon for the first time up close and personal. Rob, what do we have to look for with the Millennium Falcon?
You can see right here, Hans Falcon's taking an awful lot of damage, and that's what he's great at. He's a brawler.
Brawler indeed. He's a big tank. He's got what looks like the entire Imperial fleet chasing after him. He is just doing what a tank should be doing. Aggroing. He's aggroing those guys through the objective, trying to give his buddies a chance to take out those shield projectors. The seismic charge going off again. Got the Y-Wings doing the bombing runs, taking out the shield projectors so they can move on to the next phase. We have 2% left. There's 50 reinforcements left. Narwhal Dave using Black 1 to chase after Slave 1 as they are going through, dipping and diving around the shield projectors. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to take out Slave 1.
The Rebels should still have this.
The Rebels, I think so. They've got 40 reinforcements left, 2% left on the shield projectors. I think they're going to get it. Now we're getting a better look at Han Solo's Millennium Falcon. You see he's got some really cool abilities at his disposal as well. But we got Battlefield France doing what seems to be the last and final strafing run on the shield projectors. And he does end up taking them out, taking the Rebels to the third and final phase. Now, Rob, let's do a quick recap. We had phase 1, where the Rebels had to destroy the Imperial light cruisers. Then in phase 2, they had to destroy the shield projectors. And now we get to move on to phase 3. What's that all about?
The Star Destroyer is still getting power from the dock, so the Rebels need to disable the power couplings, leaving the reactor core vulnerable. Now,
once the reactor core is vulnerable, is it always available for destruction, or do they have to do anything else?
They've got about a 30-second window to do as much damage as they can.
And then the couplings will then come back down.
That's right.
All right. Well, Battlefront updates, again, just doing immense work with the Millennium Falcon. But we've got to watch out for this group of TIE bombers that look like they've found prey. They smell blood in the water. They're going to be going after the Millennium Falcon. I don't want to give Battlefront updates. I want to tell him the odds, but he's got to watch out right here.
He is a tank, but 2 bombers on him, I'm not so sure.
I mean, that's about 10 rockets. I mean, I'm not the best at math. I think that's 10 rockets that he has to watch out for. These TIE bombers are staying on the rear of the Millennium Falcon. They keep on getting those locks. Multiple missiles going after him. I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
He's evading pretty well so far.
He's doing a great job, but unfortunately, no, the Millennium Falcon is taken out of the fight. But Narwhal Dave is right behind those enemy TIE bombers, trying to take them out. He is an ace pilot. Looks like he's doing a lot of work right now. As you see, he's using those dual proton torpedoes, taking out the first TIE bomber. He's getting a little bit of damage using that astromech to repair the X-Wing, and then the weapon overcharge, where he's able to fire all of those lasers at the same time.
4 at the same time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he was trying to go after Slave 1, but wasn't able to do it. The power couplings have been disabled. The Rebels are doing a lot of damage to the reactor, but it doesn't look like there's enough. They have been re-enabled. and it looks like the Rebels are going to have to go back and try to get those couplings off of the...
They'll get another chance.
They will get another chance. That Millennium Falcon is doing a lot of work. Now, this is something we haven't really seen yet. Rob, is those Corvettes that have been kind of floating around doing some damage to the Empire. Let's talk a little bit about those.
Well, I think that was the problem. The Empire didn't see them in Phase 1, and now they're in Phase 3, and it could be a lot of trouble for them.
So these Corvettes are AI-controlled ships, and they are able to help the Rebels push through the different phases.
That's right. They'll creep through the levels, doing damage to starfighters and objectives.
You know, we're back on board with Narwhal Dave, who's in the X-Wing, and he is an amazing pilot. He is handling that X-Wing so well. Rob, you guys have done a fantastic job just rebuilding the controls for these starships.
Yep, we rebuilt them all from the ground up, and they're all unique, every ship.
That is so awesome. Again, back on board the Millennium Falcon, taking out those cinder turrets. It looks like the power couplings have been disabled again. The reactor core is going down, and that's it. It's been melted away. The Star Destroyer is gone. Victory for the Rebels.
Hold back. Our defenses failed. We have extra considerable setbacks.
So a big congratulations to the Rebels. They completed all 3 objectives and won this match above Fondor. Starfighter Assault is just a part of Star Wars Battlefront 2. There's a whole new single-player co-op, and of course, multiplayer with iconic heroes from across all 3 eras. Also, make sure to follow the EA Star Wars social channels for exclusive looks at new starfighters and more awesome space combat footage. Rob, also thanks to you for being here with me on the desk, and also a big thanks to your crew over at Criterion for bringing in this amazing mode.
Of course. Thanks so much for having us.
It's an awesome game mode. And thanks to you guys at home for watching the gameplay world premiere of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Starfighter Assault mode.
Hey Bruno.
Hey Marcus.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. That's the brand new BMW M5. Never seen in public until now.
Certainly has the looks to be in a Need for Speed game, but how does it drive?
I'm gonna show you.
All right.
Buckle up.
So Bruno, tell me, what's special with this brand new BMW M5?
We have, for the first time in an M5, the ability to change between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. You can really have some fun with it.
So all this drifting around corners is super cool, but as the name Need for Speed implies, it's all about going super fast.
Well, under the hood, I have a V8 engine, which takes you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 3.5 seconds.
Well, Bruno, we picked up a problem.
Oh, let me show you how to get out of here. What do you say now? Did I convince you?
We should talk about that when we get out of here.
Well, Bruno, so that's one thing on the bucket list. That was a real Need for Speed moment you delivered right there.
Happy you like it, man.
Well, welcome everyone to this segment of Need for Speed Payback, but also welcome to the world premiere of the all-new 2018 BMW M5.
Well, I'm really excited. The world finally gets to see our all-new BMW M5. Believe me, this car is a game changer when it comes to driving dynamics. For sure, this is one of the most anticipated car launches this year. For that reason, we are super proud to present the BMW M5 in style. BMW has never in our company's history globally revealed a car through a video game until now.
Well, we're obviously thrilled to be part of that BMW history. And while this car won't be available until next year, on November 10th, you can drive it exclusively in Need for Speed Payback.
And we are here because the support and dedication of your fans have made Need for Speed one of the biggest and most passionate driving communities in the world.
You know, and we know they will love this car. It really embodies performance, speed, and desire. And it's the ultimate getaway car in any action driving blockbuster. And, you know, before we take you more throughout the game, Bruno, I want to thank you for helping you reveal this awesome new car.
Thanks for having me. It was an amazing experience. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, man. So, what you've just seen, the pursuit, the explosions, then the getaway, is just a small taste of the intensity that you'll find in Need for Speed Payback. This game is an action-driving blockbuster. It's complete with the hottest cars doing the most insane things behind the wheel that you can ever imagine. But out there on the roads of Fortune Valley, you need to watch your back because everyone wants to take you out, and that includes the cops. In Payback, cops are back, and the stakes have never been higher. An infamous cartel, called the House, is bankrolling the police, which has allowed the reinforcements to expand and include new enforcer vehicles, like the Rhino, and kill switches and helicopters. They will do whatever it takes to bring you down. But there's no greater rush than battling through wave after wave of aggressive cops and then finally outsmarting them to show who only owns the streets. This tension is part of the Need for Speed DNA, and this year, we turned up the heat. So let's take a first look in how we are raising the stakes in Need for Speed Payback. Dankeschön.
Matt, how do we always end up in situations like this?
Nice tie, not the first place. Next time, I'll put my money on you. Crap! Cops! They're coming from everywhere!
All right, get me out of here, Matt.
Move! They're closing around ahead. A small window on the left.
You sure I'm gonna fit?
Plenty of room. Like a clock, baby. We got spike strips. Slow it down.
On a mission, I wonder when they can stop me now.
Mac, did you see that?
I did. Come on, let's get you home.
Sounds good to me.
At the end of this, you will need to turn left at... Whoa!
It's a cop! No! Okay, come on. Start for me. Mac, he hit me with something, Mac. I can't start her. I can't hear you, Mac. You're breaking up.
Big ass rhino. Go! There's a big ass rhino coming at you.
Really? I didn't notice. All right, then. Let's try to keep up.
On a mission, I wonder when they can stop me now.
Thank you. I'm Lindsay Pearson, and I am so happy to be at Gamescom here with you to share The Sims. Since launching The Sims 4, everyone back at Maxis has been focused on giving our Sims more to do, more to wear, more places to go. And from creating toddlers to vampires, we continue to work to make sure that no day spent with The Sims is ever the same. So this year, we are delighted to give you more opportunities to play with life in new ways. This November, you'll be able to play with this huge collection of experiences from the comfort of your couch, because The Sims 4 is coming to Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And soon, you'll be able to find love, create who you want, or play with friends wherever you go in an entirely new mobile Sims experience. The Sims Mobile will be coming soon to phones and tablets worldwide. And we would never, ever forget about our PC Mac players as we continue to make the lives of your Sims richer and bigger through all new expansions, game packs, and stuff packs. In fact, for everyone here at the show, you're invited to play The Sims on all of these platforms. So come by to get your hands on The Sims Mobile, The Sims 4 on console, and our newest pack, The Sims 4 Toddler Stuff. Now, if that's not enough, there's one more thing that I wanted to add that I know you've been waiting for. And I'm thrilled to officially announce that this fall, PC Mac players worldwide can enjoy The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs expansion pack. Cats and dogs are a huge addition to The Sims 4 because just like in real life, they make our lives richer and cuddlier and sillier. And in my family, we have cats. I'm a cat person. But they're loving and playful. And of course, the internet is full of videos of them. They're hilarious. And cats and dogs in The Sims 4 promise to be just as entertaining as they are in real life. So to help us get in the spirit and announce this expansion, we have a special celebrity guest joining us today. And we are so excited to have him. He is huge in our community and a real influencer with over 6 million followers on Instagram. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming internet sensation Jif Palm. Come on out. Hello, Jif Palm. Hi, Jess.
Hi, everybody.
This is Jess. She works with me on The Sims. And thank you for hosting this little guy. Jif Palm, we are so excited that you could join us to announce this expansion pack. So, Jess, I know you've been hanging out backstage, getting to know him, maybe getting to be friends.
Yeah, we're totally buds now. He's been showing me some of his signature moves out back, but I have to admit, we've also been taking a lot of selfies.
Well, that is what I would do as well. So, Jif Palm, I think this is your first time at Gamescom. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Say hi.
No, there's no need to translate that. That is international right there. So, Jif Palm, how do you like the food here?
He's very excited.
I see that. No, you were just amazing, and you're so cute. So, okay, I'm super impressed, especially because I know you came a really long way. How do you feel after all your travels?
Lie down.
Oh, I know. I'm a little tired, too. But my work is not done yet. I have to tell all these folks about the game. So if you want to go back to the green room and get a little dog bone, I don't blame you. But before you go, let's capture your big moment at Gamescom.
Yeah, Jif, come up here. Sit up. Good boy.
Oh, he's so cute.
Ready, Jif?
Jif Palm.
Ready? Gotcha.
All right. Animals are always a little unpredictable. Thank you, Jif Palm. You're so cute. But thank you both so much for coming out to help me talk about this. You have been awesome. I look forward to seeing more dogs and cats like you in The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. He is just the cutest. So, being a huge animal lover myself, I can honestly say that these cats and dogs will be the cutest and most charming furry friends that you've ever played with in The Sims. And as I mentioned, I'm a bit of a cat person. I have 2 of them, and I love to recreate them in the game. But whether you're a dog person or a cat person, with what is easily my favorite create-a-pet, you can choose breeds, customize their coats, and with so many options, make any cat, dog, puppy, or kitten that you could imagine all of your own. And just like in real life, our cats and dogs are so much more than their pedigree. By giving them traits, you can make each pet truly unique. Or you can adopt a cuddly stray found around our brand new world and discover their personality as you play. When you've found that perfect fluffy partner, you can train them, dress them up in super cute costumes, and bask in their undying love and devotion. In The Sims 4, your Sims can be anything from an astronaut to a doctor. And now, with cats and dogs, we have one more dream job to cross off that list. Your Sims can become a vet. And on their way to becoming the world's greatest animal doctor, your Sims can run their own clinic, treat bizarre ailments, or even hire other Sims to work with them. And all of these experiences really come together in our beautiful new coastal world. We can't wait for you to get your paws on cats and dogs, and we'll have much, much more to share in the months to come. So before I go, here's your first official look at the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs expansion pack. Enjoy!
Was drinking from the wishing well, some chunky metalhead hotel. When we boarded the carousel, the roof was caving in. So let's hang an anchor from the sun. There's a million city lights, let you know. You're the reason I'm still up at dawn, just to see your face. We'll be going strong with the vampires, baby. We belong awake, swinging from the fire escape, swinging from the fire escape, swinging from the fire escape.
Hi again, everyone. By now, you have probably heard me talk a bit about EA Originals, our program to help small independent studios bring uniquely innovative and memorable games to all of you. EA Originals has been live for a little bit over a year now, and it's been an intense year. We have literally talked to hundreds of studios worldwide and listened to tons of pitches. Personally, this has been one of my favorite programs. Seeing the raw creativity of these teams, what they're putting into these games, the passion and the dedication and the stories they're trying to tell us, it's deeply inspiring. It reminds me constantly why I love games so much. Early this year in Los Angeles, we showed you A Way Out from the team at Hazelight, and you all loved it. Joseph Fares and his team really have put their heart and soul into that game. Seeing the reaction at EA Play made them even more excited. And I didn't know that was possible, to be honest. And if you met Joseph, I think you know what I mean. Today, we want to bring you back into the world of Fe from the Zoink studio in Gothenburg, Sweden. We are thrilled to show you more of this beautiful game and its powerful story. Through Fe, Zoink has reminded us that everything is connected. They have created a game where the magic and beauty of nature and all its creatures come alive. We want everyone to play and experience this game, which is why we're bringing it to PC and consoles, including the Nintendo Switch. Thank you. So let me introduce you to creative director Andreas Beyer to take you deeper into the world of Fe.
Hello, everyone. We are so excited to be here at Gamescom and share with you more about Fe. And it has been absolutely fantastic to get the full support from EA to finally be able to create the game that we always wanted to make, to see our little creature, Fe, come to life. As a kid, I grew up in the countryside, having the forest as my playground. Unlike our character Fe, I wasn't swift and agile. I was a rather clumsy kid. who was terrible at climbing trees. Something I did have, though, was time. Time to explore and to be curious without being interrupted. I wanted to make a game that let players explore a world at their own pace, not having the game pushing them forward. Having that same freedom I had as a kid to take their time to figure things out. I wanted players to find their own path, because when you do, it becomes your own personal experience. In Fear, the forest is a living thing, almost like a creature of its own. It can be both light and beautiful, or dark and scary. And everything that lives there is part of that duality. Our team at Zoink, my fantastic team at Zoink, are working hard at the game. Yeah, are working hard at the game, and we plan to release it early 2018. It will be available on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. And just in case you want to play this game out in nature, I don't know if Patrick told you, we will also release it on the Nintendo Switch. And now I'm really happy and proud to show you more of our game. Thank you.
Through the high pines and the whispers of the forest, it was said when the dangers came, a new cry could be heard, the song of a cub. Born to sing in full voice, a song of all alike, a song to break the silence, to heal the forest of life, to take the shadows, to be cunning and sly, to stop the evil, the silent ones, and make the world a home again.
That's how the story goes. The story of the beast with those four dirty paws.
To fly, and to fly. Do you hear her? Can you hear the forest speak?
Hello, everyone. At the EA Play, we spoke about the revolution coming to Battlefield 1. Today, I'm excited to be here at Gamescom in Cologne to tell you how. We have tons of things to share with you, so I'll start with competitive. We are working on a new mode that will be as intense to watch as it is to play. It's a completely new way to play Battlefield. We are developing this together with our players, some of which have been working with us at our studio. It will be truly optimized for one thing and one thing only: competition. And starting next month, Battlefield 1 players can play it through a closed alpha. We call it Battlefield 1 Incursions. This is competitive the Battlefield way.
It's super exciting that Battlefield is finally getting a competitive mode. It's been asked for a really long time.
Something DICE has been working on with the community's feedback. Nobody's heard about it until now.
It starts with creating a game that the community loves.
It's super early in production, but we want to get out there to the players and bring them in as part of the development.
EA is listening closely to players in the creation of the game.
And watching through their eyes and seeing the way that they play the game is a really amazing experience. The team play that Battlefield 1 Incursions has generated has been nothing short of amazing.
It takes the teamwork of Battlefield and takes it to a whole new level.
5 people on one side, 5 on the other. Fast, strategic gameplay.
It's extremely important for the game to be just as much fun to watch as is to play.
And that starts with the changes that we've made to the scoring system.
What we get is a much more intense experience where every point matters.
But that's the point of the game, is to win. I can get a little competitive sometimes.
One of the unique aspects of Battlefield 1 Incursions is that we're allowing players to choose their kits before they actually get into gameplay.
So teamwork is really important here, and kit play is going to be one of the most important factors in this, which brings in something that we haven't seen in any other competitive game.
There's a lot of strategy with teammates, with more decision-making.
The intensity of the games. You don't know what's going to happen next. That's why I love Battlefield.
We can't have a Battlefield 1 competitive experience and not have vehicles.
I can tell you what, when they roll around the corner, it is scary.
That tank is not easy to take out. Vehicle play can change the outcome of a game.
There is no game that has that balance of infantry and vehicle play like Battlefield does.
The adrenaline rush, the feeling, it's an immersed environment that you just can't get enough of.
It's a lot of fun to play, and you get those Battlefield moments that are just breathtaking.
Anyone could have that heroic moment. Anyone could pull off a massive play to turn the game around. And that adrenaline feeling that you get is incredible.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this out in the wild.
Yes, finally. You can register for a chance to play the closed alpha right now on battlefield.com. Next, get ready for the second expansion pack called In the Name of the Tsar. This is where players get to go to the frozen battlefields of World War I's Eastern Front. It's fast, unique, and coming next month. And for those of you who know a little bit about history, it's also the start of a different chapter, the Russian Revolution. Now, you don't have to wait that long to get a taste. For our Premium Plus players, you can play the first map right now. So, we have more content and more ways to play coming every single month. In September, we have the closed alpha for our new competitive mode. We're also releasing the second expansion with the first map available to play right now. Our third expansion is coming this December, and the fourth is coming early next year. And in just a moment, right here at Gamescom, and for those of you who are watching online, we will showcase a live 64-player conquest match on the Russian Revolution map that you get to see for the first time. For those of you who have yet to join us on the battlefield, now is the best time to get in. You will get all the content that we have released so far and all the good stuff that we have coming, all in one complete package. Available today, and it's called Battlefield 1 Revolution.
Can you hear the drum hit? There's a revolution coming. Right away, the fever burns. Sweat it out, wait my turn. Can you hear the drum hit? There's a revolution coming. I've been waiting all my life. Run down what I've always been chasing. Block out every fear I've been facing. Begin to awake me
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Galata, producer from DICE. And I'm here to talk about Battlefield 1. I am so excited to be here. We've been talking a lot about Revolution, and I can't wait to show you guys what we've been working on. I'm joined here with Westy, one of our Battlefield content creators on YouTube, and BrettFX, one of our Battlefield commentators and casters. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic, especially after seeing that. Now, we have a lot of information to go through, and we're going to do some quick recaps. One of those things will be incursions. This is the new competitive mode from DICE. I'm really excited to say that this is going to be coming next month in closed alpha.
That's right. And we've also talked about Battlefield 1 Revolution. This is, if you're a new player, the most complete package. So you get the base game, you get all the content up till now, and you get all the future content coming, especially In the Name of the Tsar, the new expansion pack.
Yeah, definitely. And if you haven't got access to any of the expansions yet, you can get that via the Battlefield 1 Premium Pass, which, as you say, includes In the Name of the Tsar.
That's right. So now we're about to jump into the match. We have 64 players. That's 32 versus 32. And we have them playing the classic game mode, Conquest. So we're about to jump in. Let me paint the scene. We're in the heart of the winter, and we are in the middle of the Russian Revolution. So we have the Red Army facing off against the White Guard. Let's take a look.
Here we go. So this map is called Zarishan, right?
Saracen. Yes,
yeah.
Yes. So the first thing to note about this map is it is a small urban map. It's going to be very infantry focused, but as we can see, there's already a tank on play.
And this is going to play a big part in the map, as you see as we go along here. That I believe you can only get one tank per faction. Is that correct?
That's right. Each team only gets one tank, so it's going to be a critical part of each match. And as you can see here, this is a very unique tank. This is not a Russian tank. Russians were known for their armored cars during World War I. This is a Mark V. It's a British tank. In 1919, they started to support the Russian Revolution.
And one of the things that I do want to point out on this particular map is the fact that there are only 3 flags. You know, this is actually not common in Battlefield. So very, very small map, and a lot of action, I imagine, is going to be happening around that B site.
That's right, yes. And as we know, and for those who don't know, Conquest is all about capturing those flags. That's your objective. You need to go capture those flags and get those points. The kills will also count for you, but this is what you're going for.
Yeah, this is the classic Battlefield 1 mode. And actually, just on screen now, I think this is one of the new weapons that's coming with this expansion pack.
Yes, this is the Perino, and looks like we also pulled out the Obrez. But yeah, this is the Perino. It's also dressed up in the new skin, the Fabergé.
Yeah, it looks really good, that one, actually. And that's a set across all of the new weapons that are coming, right?
That's right, yeah. It's something that we're showing off a little bit. It's to kind of honor one of the Russian designers.
Oh, that's cool.
And now we have one of probably the best shotgunners up. It was Jack Frags up there, but now we switched over to Darkness here, who is once again going to be using that new LMG. And you can see him trying to get as much ammo out to his teammates there to cap over onto the C flag. Now, this is something that we have seen in previous games where, you know, that B site's so hard to take that you do have people going in for the flanks. And now it's going to be interesting to see how the Light Guard actually come back after this.
Yeah, because as you say, the Red Army falling behind here a little bit, but the 2 capture flags on the outside, A and C, they're sort of like the gimme flags, right? And the fight sort of focuses around that B center point.
Yeah, taking the flags close to your headquarters is going to be the simple task, but good teams are going to start flanking around and trying to take those points. The most contentious point is going to be B in the Cathedral of Light in the center of the map.
You can see some of the more flatter areas around the Cathedral of Light here, but obviously a lot of cover as well. There's some rudimentary trenches there. There's some heavy cover, lots of like broken wood and barbed wire as well. So there's lots for sort of infantry to hide in.
Yeah, absolutely. You did mention the rudimentary trenches, and that's something to note. On the Eastern Front, they didn't spend a lot of time digging those trenches like they did on the Western Front during World War I. So that's showcased here.
So we've also seen a lot of the basically destruction buildings that are kind of torn down. How much extra, destruction can the player have as on this map?
Oh, that's a great question. Actually, not a whole lot. There's going to be some. You'll see a little bit of what we call micro destruction. But the hard cover that we're seeing is stuff that we wanted to keep in game, keep the game balanced, make sure that you stay safe when you're weaving in and out to get to your objectives.
Now, I think I'm right in saying here that the A capture point is heavily infantry focused, right?
Yes, it is. It is within those ruins of the former neighborhood, and it's going to be hard for a tank to get those lines of sight.
But as you can see there, there's a sort of a large roadway through the middle of it, but if they try to branch off down maybe one of the smaller alleyways, which they can get down, but there's infantry everywhere.
It's going to be really tight, and you might find yourself with a mine in your way.
See down here at the bottom of the screen, one of the machine gunners using the old Mark V tank that's buried in the ground as cover there.
It's a really good use of cover. That's an indestructible piece right there.
Right now, though, a massive wave coming in from that B site to try and push those players back into their alpha flag. But this is pretty interesting right now because we do have that bottleneck that you were talking about, but it's kind of on the reverse. They can't really break out into it. That tank maybe needs to get a little bit more aggressive, try and push on in there. But they are just having one heck of a time here.
Yeah, the Red Army are trying to push in, but as you could see in a couple of shots back, the White Guard are sitting in that first line of trenches. There's about 7 soldiers in there, just sort of keeping this tank from pushing forward. You can see with the explosives coming in on the tank here. They're kind of keeping it at bay, because too many infantry around a tank, it will take it down.
That's right. Looks like we just entered into the Cathedral of Light here. And we're hopping on the window.
Yeah, but here we can actually see inside, and this is something I think we should talk about, because it's actually a beautiful building inside there.
Yeah, a lot of work was put into that building. It's a shame that most players are going to be running around quite hectically in there. If you have time to stop and just look, it's really beautiful.
Well, here we are with the, this is the double barrel shotgun. We should be able to get a little bit of action with it here.
That's right.
I'm right in thinking that you can fire both shells at once with this thing if you want to.
Yes.
That's like a double dose of pain right there.
Absolutely, and it's fantastic for taking down the cavalrymen as well. But right now, oh, we have another new gun right here on screen. This is from the medic class, I believe.
That's right. It's the Fedorov Avtomat, and this one is really unique in that it allows you to be able to choose your firing type. So you can go burst or you can go single shot.
And we are starting to see right now the score kind of pulling apart.
Oh, nice shot.
That was a nice takedown. Yeah, but we can see the White Guard pulling away just a little bit in terms of score here. And as you say, they've held the majority of flags, 2 out of 3, for most of the game so far. And the Red Army tank wasn't really pushing too much towards the B point, the Cathedral. And I think that's going to be something they'll need to do if they want to try and take it back. Because the tank having the presence is going to allow infantry to move up around the outside of it.
And right now we can see a pretty big battle happening over here onto that C side of the map. Looks like they are going to be able to defend it for now, but they are getting a lot of pressure on that particular point. And for now, looks like they will be able to hold it off. A little bit of push coming in onto the Cathedral, but you can just see how difficult it is, especially without any good tank, which potentially could go down here. But, oh, nice shotgun there. As that's going to be Jack Frags. Kind of come out, he does, gets the knife. Beautiful job.
That was a nice takedown. That was good. Close quarters with the shotgun. Couldn't quite finish him off. Whipped out the knife. Job done.
One thing to note about this map is it is actually a critical point in a critical place. It's in the port of the Volga River. So anyone who controlled this point also got to control the route of supplies. So this was something that the Red Army really wanted to take and control while they were trying to fight their way to control Russia.
Well, right now they're facing a rather big push from the White Guard. As you can see here, we've got some tank action going on, but they seem to be separated at the moment. There's so much infantry action going on in the middle that they don't want to push too much and then lose the tank.
Yeah,
it's a vital part of the battle.
The tank is really trying to hold on here.
Yeah, the Red Army really struggling to get any point. Now almost going to get 3-capped, and we all know that if you're getting 3-capped in Conquest, the game could end fairly early. So they really need to rally back and get onto that point as quickly as possible.
I think they've solidified the A capture point now. Looking at it again, it doesn't appear to be contested right now, so perhaps they sort of settle back down again, but they really do need to make a push for that Cathedral if they want to try and claw their way back in.
I think that's the key to this win right here. Anyone who controls B is going to have that victory.
See here, doing some damage against that enemy tank. All the explosives going on. This is why the infantry can be so dangerous, especially when it's just one tank on its own. You know, this is the only vehicle that your team's going to have. You really need to try and protect it from enemy infantry.
Yeah, it is really just a fantastic sight right there, looking at it from above. You do have some cavalry trying to come in, maybe do a little bit of harassment there, but this tank is literally just, he doesn't know what to do. He's already pushed all the way back to the out-of-bounds zone. But we are going to be seeing him slowly but surely kind of inching his way up. He's about half health, so he does need to be careful. But, you know, this is really interesting, too, because we haven't really seen too much from the other team's tanks. So maybe they've kind of just focused on purely just pushing them in terms of the infantry.
Oh, here we see an actual battle going on at the cathedral right now. You can see the flag is being contested. Both sets of infantry are in here trying to battle it out. And as much as it looks just like a building on its own, it is a really large building. This is a great shot here. You can see the full scope of the building now.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane, the size and scope of this building.
Not only that, but you do have some vertical gameplay with it, because one of the entrances where it's crumbled at the side, where it's been hit by a shell of some sort, you can actually get up onto sort of the first level of buildings around the top there.
Yeah, I actually think that's going to be one of the keys to victory too for this point. When you can get to high ground, you can control that point.
One of the things I do want to point out, though, is that the Red Army is starting to come back. They were capping over there onto that Bravo point. They have about 4 minutes left, so it is possible for them to come back and try and take this win here. They just need to hold on to these 2 flags, but a massive fight now happening for the center. And you can see right now the White Guard starting to win that back slowly but surely, as the new weapons are being used to quite good effect here. And this is just chaos right here in the middle of the map.
Just as we suspected when we were building the map, that this was going to be the most contentious area. Lots of people pouring in through the doors and trying to get access to this point.
And as you say, like that, you could see just across from each other, there's 2 sort of entrance doors, and there's one at the rear and at the front. You can almost jump out from the top floor as well. So there's lots of different ways that infantry can get in and out of this building. So whatever team is in there has got to be careful that the enemy team doesn't try and come and take it straight back.
Yep.
At the same time, though, the team in the center has to be careful not to get too concentrated, because if you look there, they were taking their back flag. So they need to make sure they kind of spread out, kind of get a little bit even throughout the map, and then defend that way. But you know, right now the flank is going to be working for, I believe it was the Red Army, trying to go ahead and secure those 2 caps.
Yep. You can see here, the Red Army have got control of the A capture point, and I believe they're contesting the C capture
Working
point.
on C.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Ooh, and we got a Flame Trooper right here. So how many kits do we have for the elite classes?
Yeah, we actually have 3 elite classes on here right now. So you can get the Flame Trooper, and that's around the outskirts of this area here, the perimeter of the cathedral. You may also find a sentry kit here. We also have a water-cooled LMG sentry kit that's something that will spawn on your headquarters if you control all 3 points.
Oh, okay, so there's a third one further away from the edge. Look at all the enemies here.
Oh,
here we go.
Damage.
He is going to roast them nice and toasty. Picks up one, picks up a second one potentially here. And he just did a fantastic job of clearing out those players. Will have plenty of health as well, and he's going to re-engage. Fantastic job from Jack here.
A great use of the Flame Trooper right here.
I'm guessing this is what you guys exactly thought would happen with the flamethrower. Like, we'll put it near the cathedral where it's going to be most effective, right?
Right in these hallways. Just a perfect use.
This is great.
This is just not even fair right here. He's just going and running train on these guys. But we got 2 minutes left here on this particular map. A little over 100 points down for the Red Army.
Right. The White Guard is pulling away here.
They seem to have dominated very much from the start, and I think perhaps the Red Army just suffered a little bit from not being a little bit more aggressive at the start, trying to contest the cathedral earlier on, maybe try and gain a bit more of a foothold in the match.
Yep.
Absolutely, and you can see right now just so much chaos. You have the above action there from the second level shooting on down. So many players just trying to scramble and get up there as quickly as possible to clear it out. As we're still following Jack here in the Flame Trooper, now going to be passing it on to Thick, as we will be pushing on in once more. No,
just not going to make it.
No. This is the problem. Like, because the White Guard are sitting inside the cathedral, the Red Army are having a horrible time trying to actually get in.
Yeah, but it looks like we've got the tank up close. It's just taking a lot of fire damage here.
He's doing damage to the tank by hitting it with the flamethrower.
I was about to say, I was like, there's no way he's going to take out a tank with a flamethrower here.
It might just happen.
But he could possibly do that. And you can see right now, yeah, just the infantry trying to pour in from the sides, but not able to do so. The tank is kind of baffled as to what to do right here. He is getting a couple of kills, but this is just
not look
massive craziness going down.
We're down to almost the last half a minute here.
Yeah, we're getting really close down to the wire here. The Red Army still trying to break in to the cathedral. They seem to have made a little bit of headway, but they are contesting the flag now. But it may be too little, too late.
I think we might be seeing, a little bit of that writing on the wall here.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do have a little bit of life left here in these squads. They're going to try and do everything they possibly can. It's all for pride right here and now. Can they get this B side?
If they can just own it.
Oh, my
just
God, yeah. 6 seconds left to go before we are going to be ending out here.
I think they may have it. Oh, I don't think they quite got it.
And it looks like that was it.
That was a victory for the White Guard. The White Guard took that one. But that was awesome. Watching the Cathedral battle, that was really, really good fun. And it just showcases like how powerful infantry can be against vehicles.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is just a glimpse of what you get in the Name of the Tsar. We are super excited to see what the community does with it when it's released in September.
Yeah, and I'm very, very excited once again for the Incursions game mode, which is going to be coming out in closed alpha next month.
And of course, we have the Battlefield 1 Revolution. That's everything that Battlefield 1 has to offer in one complete package. But that's it from us. Thanks very much for watching the Battlefield 1 segment here at EA Gamescom. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. Battlefield 1 in the Name of the Tsar is really intense, but also a ton of fun. Now, we hope that you've enjoyed this view into our biggest experiences coming this year. We showed you a lot of gameplay tonight, but of course, there's so much more. For those of you here in Cologne this week, please join us to go hands-on with many of these games. And for those of you around the world, join us online for more content and live streams from EA and our Game Changers creators. Thanks, everyone, and have a great show.
In the city of Silver Rock, they control all the street racing, they control the casinos, they control the cops. So really, they're stacking the dice against you.
Okay, so that's what we see here with the Koenigsegg being loaded up into the back of the trailer?
That's right. So this is the car, Koenigsegg Regera, with $2 million. Right? And it's being loaded in the back of this truck. That driver is not going to make it easy for you to try to catch up to him. And these guys have devised a plan where they're going to hijack that truck and steal this car in motion in classic action movie fashion.
All right, sounds good. I think we can handle that. Time to show the house. All right, so I will say I've played this a couple of times already, so I sort of know what to expect, and I hopefully won't crash. But so where are we exactly? Can you explain where we are and
so
the whole landscape?
The first thing you see here is Fortune Valley. This is the most diverse open world that we've ever built for Need for Speed. It's got a massive city called Silver Rock with tons of different districts that you can explore and race in. Plus, we've got the mountains for great, drifting events and hill climbs. We've got the canyons and a desert. And this is a place called Ember Valley. You look at it, it's sunny, it's hot, it makes you thirsty just looking at it. And it's the perfect setting for an action movie heist like the one you're about to do.
So one of the things that's already really cool is that I can just drive off-road. You're no longer confined completely to the roads.
That's right. It's the most open Need for Speed experience we've ever built. So you can find your own path. I mean, we've got checkpoints in this mission to lead you straight to that truck. But when you're free roaming, you can go off-road. You can explore this world. It's massive, and there's tons to explore and tons to find.
Cool. So what's going on here? There's the truck. That's what we got to take down.
The rendezvous point. The crew, they're meeting here. They're waiting for this truck. It's carrying the $2 million Koenigsegg. It's going to whiz past here, and then Tyler and Jess are going to hop into action here. They're going to hop into their Mustang RTR.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, classic Need for Speed ride here. All right.
So what's the plan? What are we planning to do?
Yeah, so Tyler's going to take the wheels, going to use his street racing skills to carve his way through dense traffic. He's going to deal with some AI rivals that are going to protect the cargo, but most importantly, he's going to drive and catch that truck so that Jess can get into position to hijack this truck in motion.
All right, sounds good. Let's get going and catch up to this truck.
See what you can do, Nick.
All right, so I've got nitrous. There we go.
You got nitrous, punch it. You're going to try to catch up to these rivals. We got 2 Dodge Challengers. They're all blacked out. They're clearly evil.
Gotta take them out. Yeah, let's go.
The house won't let us anywhere near the truck.
So,
we've
got health on top. Whoa, that was a quick takedown. That was a big takedown.
You are a natural action movie hero, man. The second one.
Nice hit, Ty.
Yeah, so we've got these cameras that present your biggest, baddest crashes in the game.
All right, so let's
catch up to the truck. The plan is to catch up to the truck by the tunnel, because in the tunnel, any air surveillance, they're not going to be able to see this hijacking in motion. So you got to take this truck down in the tunnel.
So one thing I think we should talk about really quickly is just the way the game feels. Mm-hmm. Could you mention that a bit?
Yeah, we pride ourselves on having heroic driving physics that are really pick up and play. So anyone can pick up the controller. They're hopping on this Mustang. They're going 150 miles an hour, and they feel like a hero right away.
So we caught up to the truck, and things never go to plan.
Yeah, in action movies, things go sideways. So, the truck driver really doesn't want you to steal that Koenigsegg. So he's brake checked you, the doors are flying open, and you're sitting back. He's just he's booking it right now. He's plowed through all these traffic cars, making life tough for you. You got to navigate your way through the scene and catch up to that truck.
He's made an absolute mess of this highway. All right, so I'm pushing.
All right. You can catch him, Nick.
I'm going.
Nitrous.
I need more nitrous, man.
Here we go.
All right,
here we have some enforcers. So now, talking about the AI improvements we made. So a lot of the fans are asking for tougher AI, so that when they catch up to opponents, they're really jostling and battling with them. Every overtake is earned. So these guys have ramped up their attitude to 11, right? So when you shunt them, they're going to fight back. So they're not going to make life easy for you, Nick.
Yeah, they hit you pretty hard.
What's cool is as you learn the world, you find different things in the environment that you can use against your rivals. So looking out for telephone poles, guardrails, traffic cars.
Oh, there's more.
There's a convenient traffic jam for you to use. There you go.
Gonna try to get the other one right away. Gonna bounce off to him. Here we go. Oh, almost.
These guys are tougher.
Oh, you see?
Pretty nasty.
They are tough. Trying to get
3 to go. Come on, Nick.
So one of the things that's really cool is, the best way I kind of take them down, is to crash into things in the environment, like using those poles. It's a little hard, but
absolutely,
it's effective.
In any open world game, you're going to find ways that you want to go through this mission yourself. So even if you replay it over and over again, you're going to find different ways to take down these enforcers each time you play.
Trying to deal with them. They're tough, man.
Trying to use the poles. Only 2 left, Nick. The truck is getting away, man. You want that car.
There's no way this truck's getting away.
Whoa! That was a movie moment if I ever saw one.
All right, let's get rid of this guy.
All right.
There we go.
Again, we play up, these action movie moments, right? When you have these big crashes, we're gonna present it to you.
I'm gonna wait up for this guy so I can crash him out.
Oh, he's gonna come charging at you. Look out!
There we go.
There you
got him.
Just like you planned it, Nick.
Yeah, 100% on purpose, of course.
All right, now punch it. You got to catch it to the truck. Plan A went sideways, so we're going to go to plan B. We got to catch up to this truck. We got to hijack it before that truck gets to city limits, because there's some serious heat on you. So you got to get to that truck and get that Koenigsegg before you get into the city.
Let's catch him up.
So much policing coming.
Pushing hard.
Truck driver's gone to oncoming, making your life difficult. You got to weave through that oncoming traffic.
I'm trying to find a gap. There we go.
Hit that pocket. Line it up for Jess. Come on.
There we go.
Here's Jess's big moment. With 3 drivable characters, we have in our action missions these dynamic vehicle switches. So you were playing as Tyler the Street Racer. Now you're going to jump into the Koenigsegg and you're going to drive as Jess.
Switching characters, I like it. And there you go.
You got it. You've done this before. You've stolen a $2 million car before, right?
A couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now
you
got
get to feel that sense of speed in this awesome hypercar.
This thing's fast.
Now you've generated some heat in this mission. So look out here. You've got epic cop cases. And when you play the Highway Heist, when Payback comes out November 10th, you're going to have to use Jess to take out cops avoid rhinos, avoid spike strips, roadblocks, all the intense cop chase action that you expect from Need for Speed.
Cool. So what else can you tell me about the story really briefly?
So we've structured the game such that you're playing as these 3 characters, they all have their own quest lines, and it all comes together, them getting revenge against the house.
Cool. So should we jump into some customization and
do that.
see what we can do with some of these cars in this crazy, crazy world?
Sure. Yeah, so customization, right? Marcus has been talking about it in the live show. It's back. We're not going to do anything out of the ordinary, or maybe we will. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe we got some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Bryn, the vehicle director?
Vehicle art director.
Vehicle art director, there we go. So you know these cars inside and out.
Yes, I've lived and breathed them for the last couple of years.
All right, so we're going to do some customization. Obviously, customization is huge for Need for Speed.
It is.
And it's back.
It's back.
And it's bigger.
It's bigger and better.
Yeah.
So I think we'll try and boot into the garage, and then we'll see what cars we've got on offer.
Yeah. So just briefly, we should talk about the garage itself.
Yes. Yeah. So the garage, we've got space for 5 cars in our garage, but this time around we have got a virtual warehouse. So that allows us to effectively give you limitless cars.
Yeah.
So you can bring them in and out of your garage, and work with the cars that you want to work with.
Cool. So you can do just as many as you want.
Absolutely.
Great. All right, so let's talk about some of these cars.
So we've got the BMW M4. We had the M4 in the last game, but this time we've upgraded. We've gone for the GTS. So it's a bit more track orientated. It's a bit more performance oriented.
Okay, we got some muscle as well.
We've got some muscle cars. So last time around we didn't really hit the money on the muscle cars. So yeah, we've done a bit more this time around. And yeah, the Nissan 350Z, right? So everybody's been asking for it. We can't deny the fans what they want, so we've put it in Need for Speed.
Awesome.
And this one, yeah, it may look quirky, right?
Yeah.
It seems a bit out of place in Need for Speed, but what we've done is we've built this feature called the Derelict that, again, Marcus touched upon it in the live show, but what the Derelict is a way for us to kind of let the player explore the open world that we've got. It's a rich open world that we have, so we've put these cars out there in the world for you to find and explore and kind of take them back to your garage and find all the parts that you need to build them.
Cool.
So effectively it takes a car from stock to scrap, that's scrap to stock to supercar.
Cool. So let's jump in the Beetle and fix it up a bit.
Yes, absolutely. So it's looking a bit run down right now, right?
Yeah.
So we want to restore it back to stock.
Yeah. Now we should probably say as well, these derelicts, you don't need to restore them like this. You can upgrade them a little bit. I think we'll show that in a little bit.
Absolutely. And you could leave it like this if you wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. Not my particular style, but you know what I mean.
It might be somebody's style.
So yeah, you can see some more of the parts. They're looking pretty good.
Absolutely. So we've tried to make sure that we've got parts in every interaction point that we have for this car. We want to make sure that we've got a rich experience wherever you go on the car. We've designed a lot of parts for this car as well because, out there in reality, there's not that much that you can do to a Beetle, but this is Need for Speed, right? And we want to take it that extra step further.
Of course, of course. So, we can play around with this car. Let's talk about some of the brands that are also a Need for Speed Payback.
Yeah, so we've not ditched any of the brands that we had previously. So we've come back and we've got your Rocket Bunnies, we've got your Liberty Walks, we've got your Voltex parts, you've got APR parts, we've got all these rims that you can see right now.
So many rims.
So we love that stuff. We want to bring that back to the people.
Of course. So, I think we've done a pretty good job of showing this off. Shall we show off the big thing?
Yeah, so I talked about it previously. We want to take these cars to supercars, right? So here we are, we've got our super builds. So these are effectively the biggest, the baddest, the most performance-orientated cars that you can build in Need for Speed.
Yeah, I've got my personal favorite down at the bottom. Off-road.
Yeah, really? Off-road, yeah.
Off-road?
So off-road's back into Need for Speed. And
that is crazy.
We wanted to build something special, right?
Yeah.
And what's more special than to show a jacked-up Beetle?
Awesome. So what do these do? We should say that these are derelict things, specific cars.
So yeah, the derelict cars that you find in the world will be the only ones that we can take to the super build. We want to make sure that those cars are special, and you want to put some time into them and put the effort into making them the super builds, right?
Of course. Now, just while we have some extra time, let's talk about some of the stance tuning and stuff like that.
Stance tuning is back again. So what we've done this time around is tweak them slightly, right? We wanted to make sure that we could slam a car on the deck, right?
Of course.
We love crazy camber, so why not go even further than we did before?
Looks crazy.
It's a bit of a odd combination that you've got there. It's a bit
I'm not done,
SoCal, a bit rusty.
Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
So the
Paint's
wrap
back.
editor. The wrap editor's back. We're not going to go into the detail of it right now because, you know, it would take you days maybe to create
Yeah,
a
of
wrap.
course. So I think that's been a pretty good first look at Need for Speed Payback. Any last words from you guys?
Yeah, everything you love about Need for Speed, plus action driving blockbuster missions, November 10th. Check out Need for Speed Payback.
All right, so thanks for checking out Need for Speed Payback. We'll throw it to Madden with the long shot trailer.
Devin, I covered your career at the University of Texas. Where'd you disappear to?
Today is the day that we put Mathis on the NFL map. A long shot from the depths of the unknown to being drafted by an NFL team.
All the eyes on you. What's to stop you from hightailing again?
Let me ask you something. Why are you here? Because football's my life. My father used to say, when the world knocks you down, get back up again.
Wade is miles behind.
Long shot. You're gonna get hit today.
You're not the only one trying to get drafted. No, man, forget you! This time around.
Devin Wade at the line for the final play of the game. It's the biggest moment of your life.
Let's go out there and prove to the world that we belong.
Our second live look of Long Shot in Madden NFL 18. 4 years in the making. A lot of